Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452 in Vinci, a small town in Italy. His father was a lawyer, and his mother was a farmer. Leonardo was born out of wedlock, which meant that his parents were not married when he was born. However, this did not stop Leonardo from becoming one of the most famous people in history. From a very young age, he showed a great talent for art and an insatiable curiosity about the world around him. As a child, Leonardo loved to explore nature. He would often spend time outside, looking at the plants, animals, and birds. He was fascinated by how things grew and moved. He loved drawing what he saw. His father recognized his talent and arranged for him to go to Florence, a big city in Italy, when he was about 14 years old. In Florence, Leonardo became an apprentice to Andrea del Verrocchio, a famous artist and teacher. Verrocchio was a master painter and sculptor, and he taught Leonardo many important skills. While working with Verrocchio, Leonardo learned how to paint, sculpt, and work with different materials. He also learned about the human body and studied anatomy, which would help him in his future paintings. During this time, Leonardo worked on many projects. He painted, sculpted, and helped Verrocchio with different art pieces. One famous story is that Leonardo helped Verrocchio paint an angel in one of his paintings. It is said that Verrocchio was so impressed with the way Leonardo painted the angel that he decided never to paint again himself. Leonardo's talent quickly grew, and he became a well-known artist. He began to paint his own works and received many commissions from important people. One of his earliest famous works is the Baptism of Christ, which he painted with his master Verrocchio. Leonardo's style was different from other artists of his time. He used soft light and shadow, which made his paintings look realistic. People were amazed at how he could make faces, bodies, and nature look so lifelike. One of Leonardo's most famous paintings is the Mona Lisa. This painting is of a woman with a gentle smile, and her eyes seem to follow the viewer. The Mona Lisa is known for the mystery of the woman's smile. Some people believe the smile is happy, while others think it is sad. Many believe the woman in the painting is Lisa Gherardini, a woman who lived in Florence. The painting is now displayed at the Louvre Museum in Paris, where it is one of the most visited works of art in the world. Another of Leonardo's most famous paintings is The Last Supper. This artwork shows the moment when Jesus shares his last meal with his 12 disciples before his arrest. In this painting, Leonardo used perspective, a technique that creates the illusion of depth. He painted Jesus and his disciples with incredible detail, showing their emotions and reactions to the news that one of them would betray Jesus. This painting is located in the Santa Maria delle Grazie Church in Milan, Italy. It is one of the most studied and admired works in art history. While Leonardo was a master at painting, his curiosity didn't stop there. He was always thinking about how the world worked. He studied nature, the human body, and even animals. He was fascinated by how muscles worked and how bones supported the body. He made detailed drawings of the human body and learned about anatomy by studying real bodies. His studies helped doctors understand the human body better, even though most of his discoveries were not shared widely in his time. Leonardo also studied how animals moved. He was particularly interested in birds and wanted to understand how they could fly. He made sketches of birds and tried to design flying machines, imagining how humans might fly like birds. Although his flying machine designs were never built in his lifetime, they showed how forward-thinking he was. Many of his ideas were too advanced for the technology of his time. However, in later years, people would use his designs and ideas to create modern flying machines. Leonardo was also an inventor. He loved to imagine new tools and machines. He created many drawings of machines that could help people. Some of his designs were for things like a diving suit, a helicopter, a tank, and a machine that could lift heavy objects. He even sketched ideas for a robot, which would be a machine that could move like a human. Although none of these inventions were made during his life, many of them were built in later centuries, when technology advanced enough to make them possible. In addition to his inventions, Leonardo was also interested in the natural world. He studied plants, trees, and flowers. He carefully observed how plants grew and how different types of flowers had unique shapes. He even wrote about the flow of water and how rivers and streams move. He believed that nature held many secrets, and he spent a lot of time drawing and writing about what he saw. His knowledge of plants and nature helped him in his artwork, especially in his paintings of landscapes. Leonardo's curiosity extended to many areas of life. He wanted to understand the stars and the sky. He studied the movement of the planets and tried to understand the way the universe worked. He also studied the weather and clouds, trying to figure out how they formed. He was a true scientist, always observing and recording the world around him. He believed that everything in nature had a purpose, and by studying it, he could learn important lessons. Despite his many talents and interests, Leonardo was never very rich. He spent much of his life working on different projects and ideas, often without finishing them. Sometimes he would get distracted by new ideas and forget about the work he was already doing. This meant that he never completed many of the commissions he was given, including some of his paintings. For example, he started a painting called The Adoration of the Magi, but he never finished it. He also started designing a grand equestrian statue for the Duke of Milan, but the statue was never made. Leonardo's notebooks are some of his most famous works. He filled hundreds of pages with sketches, diagrams, and notes. These notebooks show his incredible talent and curiosity. He wrote about everything from human anatomy to the movement of water, to how to create new inventions. He used a special kind of writing, called mirror writing, where he wrote words backward. Some people believe he did this to keep his ideas secret, while others think it was simply easier for him to write that way. Today, these notebooks are kept in museums and libraries around the world, and they are studied by people who want to learn more about Leonardo's ideas. Leonardo's work was not fully appreciated during his lifetime. Many of his inventions and ideas were not built, and his art was not as famous as it is today. However, after his death in 1519, people began to recognize how great he was. His paintings, drawings, and ideas continued to influence art, science, and technology long after he was gone. Today, Leonardo is remembered as one of the most important figures in history. His legacy lives on through his art, inventions, and ideas. Leonardo da Vinci was a man of many talents. He was an artist, a scientist, an inventor, and a thinker. He had a passion for learning and a desire to understand how the world worked. His curiosity led him to make incredible discoveries and create beautiful works of art. Today, Leonardo is considered one of the greatest minds in history. His work continues to inspire people all over the world. His life teaches us the value of curiosity, creativity, and the importance of never stopping our search for knowledge. Leonardo died on May 2, 1519, at the age of 67. He spent his life exploring the world around him and making important discoveries. His paintings, drawings, and ideas changed the way people thought about art, science, and the world. Even though he lived more than 500 years ago, his work is still studied and admired today. His legacy continues to inspire people in many different fields. Leonardo da Vinci's life shows that one person's curiosity and creativity can have a lasting impact on the world.